You have some narrative in your mind
when
that
you
is
have
so
fallen,
negative that when you look in
when you
the
have
mirror,
made a
you
mistake,
see somebody worth trashing.
the worst thing you can
see
do
what's wrong. You
is
pick apart
criticize
your
yourself.
And I want to reverse that because here's
At the
the deal
end of
about
the day,
self-confidence.
life can be very
Self-confidence
painful. We can
begins with
experience
you.
loss and worry and the
Realize the word
insomnia of
self is in there,
reoccurring
right?
heartbreak and
I can't
hardships.
give you
It is
confidence.
inevitable.
I can give you a little boost.
It is self-compassion
I can give you tools.
that gives
I
us
can
the power
encourage
to
you,
face our
but
failures, to
confidence
face
is
our
forged in
fears,
fire.
to face our
It's something
insecurities,
that's within
to
you.
face what
And
we
here's
don't
the thing
like
I want
about
you to realize
ourselves
about confidence.
and come out on top.
You are a confident person.
When you're
That's
down,
why you miss
find a way to
feeling
get
that
up.
way. You can only miss
I've been there.
what you know.
I go through it
You've
like
just
anybody
been
else.
blocked from the feeling of
But
it.
I have a job to do.
And wherever you
So
are
do you.
right now in your life,
The real challenge of growth,
mentally,
mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down.
Something that does not
How
serve
you handle it.
You are making a terrible
That's
error.
where the growth
It's gonna
takes
cause
place.
All kinds of problems. You may blame other people.
Evaluate where you are.
You may blame the
Look at it.
situation.
Assess yourself. Assess
If you are the
yourself
cause
and
of the
assess the
problem.
situation. What brought you there?
Told me
What
to
role
pick up this
did
book
you
and
play?
read it, Ray Stanford.
All of us
He
are
had a saying. He
self-made,
used to
but
say to me,
only the successful
"Bob,
will
you're
admit
the only
it.
problem you'll ever have.
If you want to begin to move, you've got to clear your mind of all the unnecessary luggage and baggage that's weighing us down.
I am the only.
I'm telling you from personal experience. I know what my life was like when I put in 55. I know what it was like when I didn't try. I know what my life was like when I didn't care. I know what my life was like when I didn't have any dreams or any goals. Like I didn't want anything. I know what my life was like. Now I'm putting in 120, baby. You put in 120. Not only does it affect your life, it affects your family's life. It affects your friends' life. It affects your community's life. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to get from where you are. I'm challenging you to stop settling. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to stop accepting the life that was given to you. I'm challenging you to give 120%. Are you hearing me?
Trying is not good enough. Trying is not going to get you there. We need potential. We need application. We need dedication. We need motivation. We need discipline. We need to understand that work must be applied. And even when you don't want to do it, find a way to do it anyway.
I'm coming back. And I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for.
If you are going to win the fight for your future, then you are going to have to master self-compassion.
You have some
Face the conflict, embrace rather than avoid challenges, and you don't give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. When you find yourself criticizing yourself negatively, comparing yourself to others, try to find inspiration in their successes and strengths instead of feeling threatened.
You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health.
Confidence. I can give you a little boost.
You want it.
I can give you tools.
And you're going to go all out to have it.
Encourage you.
Everybody gets knocked down. No matter how tough you think you are, you're going to fall. And when you fall, sometimes you fall real hard. But that ground is a hard surface. And I'm going to tell you something. It ain't going to move because you're laying on it. So you need to rise up and you need to rise above it and you need to start moving.
Sometimes you have to back up and go within and pray and meditate and recharge your batteries. Go away, clear your head, and then come back and look at it from a different vantage point. Don't operate while you're under the spell or the effect of what's going on.
Stop half doing stuff. Stop putting forth 50% effort. 60%. Look, stop. Do it right or just don't do it at all. Are you hearing me? Do it right.
There's a lot of people walking around today. They have unchecked rage, unchecked aggression, unchecked anxiety, fear, insecurity. You're going to have to care enough about yourself to face it and find a resolve.
You got to find out what's the next things you need to be doing. How are you going to push it to that level and go beyond it? How are you going to maximize your time? How much energy are you going to put into this craft?
Everything you have, everything you are, everything you're doing, like it's 78. And what I need you to do is I need you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, come on, quit, stop playing. I deserve to see what my life would look like if I gave 120%.
Don't hold on.
Stay dedicated. You got to keep on pushing forward. You got to keep on fighting the good fight.
To be helpless.
You got to
If
put
we
aside
decide
the
to accept
excuses.
responsibility,
Because
then we
excuses
don't waste
won't lift
time
you up.
blaming
Excuses
somebody or
won't give you the
something else.
power that you truly need.
Some people feel guilty for creating illness.
You've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me.
People often feel guilty because they believe that they have failed in some way. However,
When
they
you get
usually
knocked
accept
down,
everything
how long are you
as
going to stay
in
down?
one way
When you
or
lose your
another.
job,
Because
when you
it's
lose that
another
loved
way
one,
to make
regardless if it's your
themselves
husband, your wife, your
And that
child,
is
whatever
not
it
what we're
is,
talking about.
do you have the ability to go
They can
through
use
the hurt and the
problems
pain
and
of that
illnesses
loss?
as opportunities
Regardless
to
of
think
what you're
about
going
how
through,
we can change
the
our
best
lives.
time you know that you are strong is when you're at the weakest point
You
of
have
your
some
life.
narrative in your mind that is so negative.
I want you
that
to
when
see
you
yourself
look
in your
the
mind's
mirror,
eye and
you
say to
see
yourself,
somebody worth trashing.
I love myself
You see what's wrong. You pick
unconditionally.
apart your appearance. And I want to reverse that.
And I
because
forgive
here's
myself.
the deal about self-confidence. Self-confidence
I knew better.
begins with you.
I would have done better.
Realize the word self is in there, right?
To win the
I
war
can't
for
give
your
you
future,
confidence.
then
I
you
can
are
give
going
you
to
a
have to
boost. I
master
can give you tools.
the muscle
I can
of self-compassion.
encourage you.
When you are so far down that hole, you looking up and you don't see no light,
It's something
but yet you know there's an end to this darkness.
And here's the thing I
That's
want
when
you
you'll
to
find out
realize.
just how strong you really are.
You are a confident person.
Just keep
That's
moving
why you
forward.
miss feeling that way. You can only miss
If you
what
think
you know.
that you're going
You've
through
just
something
been
so
blocked
bad
from
right
the
now,
feeling of it.
wait until
And
tomorrow if
wherever
tomorrow
you
comes
are
for you.
right now in
Look
your
at the
life,
person
I'm
next to
telling
you.
Confidence is
Look at
in
people
there.
all
You
over
just
the
gotta
world if you
figure
ever
out
come
how
in
to
contact
get
with certain
into it.
individuals.
If you're
And
holding
ask
on to
yourself,
something that does not
are they
serve
going
you,
through a lot more
you're
than what I'm
making
going
a
through?
terrible
Because
error.
honestly, there are
It's gonna cause
always
all
going to be
kinds of
people that are
problems.
going through a
You may
lot
blame
more than
other
you're
people
going
or
through
other
right
things.
now.
You may blame the situation. It's you
Remember
are
the
cause of the
past,
problem.
but do not live in
Man
the
that
past.
told
Every
me to pick
mistake
up
you
this
have
book and
made up
read it
until
for
this very
February.
moment,
He had to
forgive
say, he used to say to me,
yourself.
Bob, you're the only problem you'll ever have.
With
is you're
forgiveness
gonna-
comes freedom.
I think it might
You're going to
taken
have people to
5
do
years
things to you.
understand.
Things are going to
But I
happen
do
to you.
understand
And the
it.
most important thing to do is to harness your will and let it go and move so you can grow. So you can get on with your life.
Anything that is not serving
It doesn't
you,
matter about
reject
what
it.
happens to you. What
The
matters
only
is,
beautiful
what
part
are you going to
having
do
an
about it?
industrial reasoning
This
practice
is a process, and you have to hurt just a little bit so you can understand what it means to be strong.
anything that comes into your world.
So don't give up on your hopes. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself.
If we play the victim role, then we are using our personal